Yo, what's up? It's Dre, and this is a reading for Aries. Aries, honey, that cardinal fire. Let's see what the vibe is. Four of Hearts. So, spending a lot of time thinking, being lost in thoughts, overthinking connections, thinking about just like how you feel about shit, and spending a lot of time into that. Whereas though, spend time in how you feel, Aries. Spend time in how you feel. Y'all cardinal fire anyway, so y'all gonna find a way to create new ways of seeing and feeling, but seeing and feeling, not just seeing, but also feeling. So get into spending a lot of time into how you are connecting your opportunities, thinking a lot about opportunities. Some people it may be someone else coming along that's they have this intent, they have this motivation, and it can lead to a jackpot of frustration. But in that case, when it is somebody else and they're hot, they're young, they're like a young fire, you gotta find ways to really build a fire. You can't just look at a fire straight out and be like, oh yeah, that fire is good. You gotta take time to really get into the practicality, get into how is this going to be stable, and not seeing a whole bunch of that can be like a jackpot of frustration, but also a jackpot of a lot to work with. So you know and that can lead to spending a lot of time in opportunities and just different doors and shit that you can take with other people, and seeing if those opportunities are actually worth spending a lot of time connecting with and being a part of those waters. Because once you absorb yourself in somebody else's water and how other people see and feel about that, you're going to want to create other ways, and those other ways can lead to uh, having to fall back from what it is that you've built, and having to ascend into opposition and hate with motherfuckers that you don't even have to go that route with, just from understanding from like a meteor stage that right now it's like spending time. And that Jack of Club came out again. So when you're spending a lot of time in these opportunities, and then you're in this space of like, oh shit, now there's an accumulation, there's some sort of networking, some sort of like thing that has been built here, and then how do you actually build on that? How do you give that earth energy? How do you give that a 90-degree squaring out a situation where it doesn't always have to lead to like building up blockages, but actually like building up blocks, having a jackpot of a couple blocks or two. The fuck? Yeah. And then having these, internal epiphanies that come from being deeply connected with what it is that your opportunities are. And 8 of hearts. So yeah, the thoughts, all of that overthinking about these connections, and just being presented with, okay, it's a jackpot, but it's a jackpot of things that you actually got to work on. It's not just things that are going to come without frustration. It's going to have a lot of time being spent in those opportunities, in those doorways, in those 60-degree angles, those elements that part of you, like the seeing and feeling, and actually getting into what that feels like, but not spending too much time in it, whereas though that time is not productive, because then that's gonna lead to coming back to frustration. So this is 12 plus 23. That's first 23. We're gonna say just being in that relating to anything in the environment type thing, like other environments. So exploring other environments and then putting that together as a 5, that's going to be the Leo part. So being more fixated on the actual reference in mind, and then going towards, that with your full force, with your connect, with how you want to connect with, what you're thinking a lot about. So you're building an aura about, and it's something that's coming from an opportunity, from some sort of doorway that you're exploring for your, like, for it did come up with the other people. So again, with the 23, and then that 1 2 that had popped out, so it can be, related to other people type things, but then also your thoughts in your aura as it relates to other people, being in about out and about. So coming back to Leo, having that fixated reference, um, and that fixated reference being able to drive, you know these that fire. So it's not just like a cardinal fire where you're sparking, but you're sparking and then you're creating things that's like very lit. Because all of my favorite plays and the things that I really like about like certain fairy tales and stuff, when I go back, I found like that Alice in Wonderland hat came out during like a Leo. It was like very Leo-ish, Leo times. But even like that stage, being able to set the stage, not just for yourself, but for others, and initiating that, setting the stage for others. So, alright, Aries, that's y'all.